What's up, boys and girls, Dynarex here, and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we continue our journey into Formula 1 with round number 14, the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, if you haven't checked out the last video, please go check that out. Spoiler alert, it was our second pole position in our team's home Grand Prix, Lamborghini's home Grand Prix. That was our first, second pole position, and it was a really proud moment for the whole team. We unfortunately, spoiler alert again, we didn't win the race because, again, spoiler alert, Fernando Alonso somehow got his 33rd race win. And I mean, to be honest, with the pace that he was showing, there was no chance for us to do anything, at all. But right now, as things stand in the standings, the top two are separated by, I believe, 17 points, and then we are battling for P5 right now, and that is Lando Norris currently with 140 points. We are currently 8th place with 121 points, with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz on 120, 129 and 126 respectively. So we have a 19-point gap from us to P5, and that's for best of the rest. And I believe we can really do that. So yeah, that is one thing that we really have to look into. We have 3 races to bridge that gap, and hopefully with the pace that we have shown in the past couple of races, we can do that, as we have an aerodynamic event, which I believe oh my god, I mean, unfortunately, we have to fire him because there we would lose a claim. But yeah, unfortunately we had to fire that guy, even though it probably wasn't his fault or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go straight into qualifying then, shall we? Okay then, so the first lap in Q1 then, so I have to say I haven't played this game in over a month, so that's why I might be a little rusty, but yeah, we're gonna start our first lap, and it's, oh my god, we have already have gone curve riding again 2 times in a row, but yeah, by the end of the lap, it wasn't a great lap, which is what I really like when, when I'm doing qualifying. I really want my first lap to be really bad, because then on the second lap, we can actually see some improvement, and that psychologically, we can actually do something. Right now, we are 13 behind even Gasly right now. We're going to start the final lap for Q1 then, and it's not the greatest of exits down into turn 1 then, where we do gain time into turn 1, because you can see it was so bad. And by the end of the lap, we have 2 purple sectors. We are 1.4 seconds ahead, and even 1.5 now. What is this going to be then? Is it going to be anything good? Is it? It's first place! Amazing! Alright, then we're going to go straight into the first lap of Q2 then. Again, it was a crazy, we have done this before, where we've had really good finishing positions in Q1 and Q2 as we run wide again into turn 1. But by the end of the lap, again we have run wide on the final corner, or the final chicane. That was not the greatest of laps, but again, I like that it's not the greatest of the laps, because we can do something really good on the second lap, as we're going to start the second lap. But yeah, like I said before, it has been many times where we've actually done some good work in the first two qualifying sessions, and the third one we just completely bottle it, and again we go wide a little bit more. This time on the final lap of Q2, we have gained a second, but we're gonna see, as we actually have a good last chicane. We're gonna go 1.5, 1.6 seconds, even more, 1.7 seconds gain. Where is this going to be then? As it's gonna be 4th. Okay, not the worst, not the best. It's 4th. That's pretty good. Alright, then we're gonna start the the first lap of the final qualifying session, then there's no car in front of us, no car behind us. Well, there's one car behind us and one car in front of us, but you know, not that close. But yeah, by the time we're finishing the lap, we go wide again, we lock up again. And yeah, this time, again, you know, not the best of the laps. We're going to stay on the left-hand side of the track. And we are slower than Paris. We are 2 seconds slower than Piastri, I believe that is. And that is insane. We're going to start the final lap. We're dead last right now. We're P10 right now. We don't have the best of the exits out of the final corner. Down into turn 1 we go. It's actually that's probably the best turn 1 we have taken this whole quali session, as we're gonna go back. Oh my god, it's 2 seconds gain. Purple first sector, green second sector is the best. It's the best entry on the final chicane we've had this whole afternoon. We're gonna stick to the right hand side. We're gonna hug the wall. What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be anything good? It's pole position!
Really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issa Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today at the Japanese Grand Prix? 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Grim Reaper lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Albon, Stroll, Ocon, Joe, Bottas, Magnussen, Liam Lawson, Gasly, Sargent, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson also joins me in the commentary box today. Should we kick off our conversation with George Russell?
Why don't we get things rolling by talking about George Russell?
They need 3rd or better to ensure that they stay in contention for the championship, and anything outside of that, and their fate is no longer in their hands.
And they can do it for sure, as long as they don't dwell too much on the position. At the end of the day, there's only one way to go racing, and that's to give it everything you've got. Either your best is good enough to stay in the hunt, or it's not. There's no point giving any less than 100%.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
So, a 3rd pole position then. So I do have to say, the first pole position we got was in Spain, and we won that race. And yeah, it was a surprise pole position. And then we got a pole position in Monza last race, where we lost the lead on lap number 4. So it's a 50% win rate that we have from pole position. So hopefully we can convert that and increase that to 66%. We are gonna start on the hard compound of tires, because, well, yeah, it might be a mistake, but I want to go aggressive on the second stint of the race as we do our ceremonial burnout, and then we're gonna line up on us on our grid. We're gonna get purple, which doesn't happen pretty often, but yeah, we're gonna line up purple on the starting grid. I do have to say that George Russell and Max Verstappen, I don't know what Crofty was smoking when he was commentating before the race, because George Russell can't be out of contention by the end of this race, because he has to be behind 50 points and he's 17 points behind. So as we go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's going to be lights out and away we go. We're gonna cut right across, and then we're gonna maintain the lead of the race. We're ahead of George Russell. Down into turn 1 we go. Yes, we are ahead, and we're not gonna lose the race lead, but we do go a little bit wide, because look at that. Our tires don't look to be too warm as we go on the center S's. We are gonna go. It's not the best of the apexes, and we're gonna go wide again. We're gonna wide a second time, and a third time it's just the opposite lock. And now George Russell, we have hit George Russell. We have made slight contact. He's ahead of us right now. He is fully ahead, and even before the end of the first circuit, what just happened? We just lost the race lead. Hopefully we can keep up to him. Let's see if we can do anything down the hairpin. No, we're just way too far behind. And now hopefully if we can get a good exit. No, we're gonna go back to the replay of see what happened just now. You can see we cut straight across, and we get the lead of the race. We already had the lead of the race, but we maintained the lead of the race. And yeah, I think it was just the fact that we had hard tires, that we just didn't have enough grip for the first sector. Because I mean, again, we are playing for the long run here. Hopefully we can actually do something. You can see we go full opposite lock basically. That was not that never was supposed to happen. Look at that, the car was twitching so much. It was so easy for George to just get the race lead, and I would say that's kind of his fault for hitting us. He just understeered into us. But yeah, so we're gonna see, this is Sergio Perez's point of view. Then let's see what happened with him. He gets a decent launch, but look at that. I think that's Lando Norris right in front of him. He just doesn't get a great start, and that's on the right hand side. I believe that's Fernando Alonso. He just jumps the Red Bull driver. So so Perez falls from 17th to or 7th to 8th place. And this is our teammate, kind of has the same issue, I think. Yeah, he gets an incredible launch, but he just has to, give up 2 places. Yeah, so he's back down to, I believe that is 21st place then. And yeah, he's still battling with the hassle of Nico Hulkenberg. Then they're still going side by side. Can our teammate defend? Can Gasly defend on in the first sector? Who's going to come out ahead? I think it is our teammate. Yes, it is. He is still ahead of Nico Hulkenberg, so not quite last place. And I think this is Lewis Hamilton. Let's see what happened with him. And look at that, the Ferrari doesn't have a great start too. And he's going side by side right in the middle. Can he get all 3 cars? Can he get 3 overtakes? No, he will not. I think he has to settle for just 1 overtake. Yes, he has to settle for just 1 overtake on the start. As we're gonna go skip forward to lap number end of lap number 1. Then we are still close to George Russell. And now I'm thinking, we're still close. Let's not try to overtake him. And yeah, let's see if we can just pull us right with him, as he says the purple lap, because obviously he's first. But yeah, we're gonna try to stick right behind him, and hopefully we can actually keep up with him. And this is the end of lap 2. Then this is Carlos Sainz trying to make a move on the Sauber. Can he make the move stick? Yes, he will. A great little move. And then this is us back to our POV. Then we hit the ball out, going onto the start finish straight. End of lap 2, starting lap 3. We're 9 tenths behind him, and I'm starting to think now that was a big mistake. We shouldn't have done that. We should have just overtaken him. We're still 1.2 seconds in front of Verstappen then. But yeah, I think. Oh my God, that's a Ferrari. Oh my God, that's Carlos Sainz just losing 3 places right there. That's a huge lockup, as we see later onto the lap. This is Lewis Hamilton trying to overtake. Around the outside he goes. Can he make the move stick? He is gonna go around the outside of 130 off Ricciardo. Great move from the Brit. And this is our POV then. End of lap 4, starting lap 5. Look at that. We have lost the DRS, and this is Max Verstappen. He is in our DRS, just 3 tenths behind. We don't have a yard to defend. He's gonna go. He's gonna be side by side with us. We're gonna stick ahead of him currently. But yeah, that was. Oh my God, that was a huge blunder not to overtake George Russell, because we're gonna go wide again. Oh my God, we have gone wide again, and it looks like either we shouldn't have gone on the hard tires, or we should have overtaken George Russell, as we're gonna go wide. They're still side by side. But oh my God, that was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. As we look at the replay of what happened, again, it's kind of the same scenario as George Russell. We're not as far. We're not that far bad. But yeah, as we're gonna go wide again, we're gonna go curb riding again, we're gonna go wide again, and just side by side again with Max Verstappen on the same lap number 25. Is he gonna come back? Back trying to get past us on 130. Yeah, he's on the inside. No, we're just gonna close the door. He's not gonna have anywhere to go. We're into the final chicane. Then we're gonna go. And 5/10 the gap. I think that might be enough off the gap. No, never mind. It's 3/10 again. So now we're on the risk again. But hopefully he can't overtake us again on lap 6. Starting on lap 6 right now. We are. We're gonna go down to turn 1. Yes, he doesn't overtake us. So yeah, that's crazy. And we have gone wide again. I was distracted of the tire pop that just happened. And we have basically just let Max Verstappen by. That's, oh my god. Oh my god, what just happened? That was not supposed to happen. Max Verstappen is past us now. So both championship contenders are past us. Look at that. That was like taking a candy from a baby for Max Verstappen. That was, oh my god. And this is lap number 6, same lap. Then our teammate trying to make a move on the other half of Kevin Magnussen. On the inside he goes. It's a great move. But man, come on. We are fighting on the podium places. Or you should not be down there fighting for 28th place as we're gonna go wide again. Then starting lap number 7. Oh my god, Max has already broken the DRS. Oh my god. What are we doing here? This hard tires are they're not working for this car at all. We're gonna go wide again. And this is, and Lando Norris has hit us. And Lando Norris, look at that. He has a front wing missing. And oh my god, we're gonna go wide. We're gonna lose 1 and 2 places to Charles Leclerc as well. What just happened? As we see a replay from Lando's POV. What was Lando doing? Lando, come on. Come on, Lando. Just look where you're going, mate. That was, oh my god. What was Lando doing? He just drove into us like that. What is he doing? Now he has front wing damage, so he is most likely gonna pit. So we're gonna lose even more time. We have to overtake this guy right now, and that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go down the inside of the hairpin of Charles Leclerc, and we're gonna go past Charles Leclerc. And now Charles Leclerc actually might even lose a place to Piastri. But look at that, we have to overtake Lando. We're gonna skip forward again, and we have gotten hit again. What is happening? Charles Leclerc hits us, and now it's an Italian civil war that was. And yeah, we're gonna see a replay of what just happened. We go wide, and again, Charles Leclerc. Come on, Charles. Just take some overriding action, guys. Please, come on. As we switch back to our POV, 130 out we go. We have to make the move stick. We have to do something over here because we're gonna go down the inside. That might have been an unnecessary move, but it might have been an unnecessary one as well because look at that, Charles Leclerc behind us, and now I don't think Charles Leclerc has any way to overtake us because look at that, we have already almost broken 1 second. We already almost broken the DRS gap from Charles Leclerc, and Charles Leclerc battling from Oscar Piastri as well. So yeah, that was an unfortunate event. As we skip forward to lap number 28, we get a strategy rethink. We're gonna oh my god, my mind is blanking. Engineer tells us to pit on lap number 13. We're gonna do that, and Oscar Piastri trying to make a move on us. Look at that, Oscar Piastri goes sailing by us. We're gonna try to make a move. No, we can't do anything. We're falling off the podium places. Oscar Piastri in front of us. We have broken the DRS from Carlos Sainz or the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. This is Perez trying to make a move, I think. Is Perez going to be able to make a move on Fernando Alonso? He's gonna go down the inside into 130. Can he make the move stick? I think he will. He has made the move stick. Or are they still side by side? No, Perez has made the move stick. He's up to P6. As we go back to our POV, then look at that, the gap behind us, 3 seconds. So now our tires are back, in working frame. But look at that, the gap in front, 7 seconds to Max Verstappen, and a further, I think that's 10 seconds to the Mercedes. It's lap number 10 then. We're gonna go through one to towards the final chicane. We're so close. We have to make the move right now because look at that. We're so close, but we don't have the ERS. We have to disable the ERS because I'm not gonna waste all 5%. We're gonna try to make the move around the outside. Can we make the move around the outside? No. We have gone wide. He has successfully defended very well. Oscar Piastri has, and we have to stick behind him. We can't go up to P3, but if we can stick with him now, hopefully we can get another chance. Look at that, the gap behind us, 5 seconds. So it's safe to say our tires are in working conditions. So this is Perez trying to make a move around the outside. He does make the move stick on Charles Leclerc. A great move by the Red Bull. But look at that, lap number 11, lap number 11 going on to lap number 12. Look at that, the gap 7/10, and the gap behind us staying 5 seconds. But look at that, we're not close enough. We're not close enough to the McLaren. I don't know what to do. Now I'm thinking we kind of have to, as our teammate comes into the pit lane, but we have to make something work here as we go around the end of the lap. Listen, we might have to come in this lap. We're not gonna come in this lap. We're gonna do what Piastri does, and yeah, we have to either try to jump him on the pit lane. So yeah, our pit window is open, but I don't think we can do an undercut. We shouldn't do an undercut. We're gonna go wide again. We avoid hitting him on the rear, and that was a really tense moment. And yeah, Oscar Piastri right now, just the bottleneck that without him, we would be in no man's land, because look at that, the gap behind us, 5 seconds, again, it was up to 6 seconds, but yeah, as this is our teammate, Gasly, coming into the pit lane, and with him, there are multiple people following him into the pit lane as well then, and this is Lewis Hamilton trying to make a move on Fernando Alonso. Around the inside he goes again. Of Fernando Alonso, and he does make the move stick, and this is Max Verstappen on lap number 13, starting lap number 14. Is he gonna come into the pit lane? Yes, he does. So he goes into the pit lane. I do have to say, so engineer came on the line and said that George Russell has an issue. His car is slow, so Max Verstappen doing an undercut, that is huge for the championship. These guys are battling for the championship as we go wide. And look at that. Oh my god. What are we doing right now? So I'm thinking we have to do what Oscar Piastri does, because remember, Oscar is going to be on the hard tires. He's not going to go on the softs. He's going to be on the hards. And we are going to be on the mediums. So the more we stretch these hards out more, it's more beneficial for us. So we're not going to come into the pit lane. Hopefully that's not the worst decision ever. As we say, yes, Verstappen does it's going to be interesting to see where he comes out, if he's going to come out in clean space. As we go wide again, look at that. That's a dirty air coming in. And now I'm thinking we should have come in. This is our teammate then. Let's see if his undercut strategy worked. He jumps 2 cars, I think, with Kevin Magnussen. Actually, I think Kevin Magnussen has jumped our teammate. And this is, oh my god, look at that. Charles Leclerc, he was battling with us in P4 most of the time, and now he has fallen to P14. And a great move by Hamilton. This is George Russell now finally coming into the pit lane. Lap number 14, starting lap 15 then. It's going to be interesting to see where he's going to come out. And I believe he's going to come in for the hard tires then. Or does he come in for the medium? No, I think that's the hard tires, and it's going to be interesting to see where he's going to come out. Is he going to come out right? Is he going to come out in front of Max Verstappen? Is he going to come out right behind Max Verstappen? It's going to be interesting to see. Max Verstappen there side by side. Max Verstappen has jumped him. That is huge for the championship. The championship leader now in the lead of the race. And now the person behind the guy chasing in the championship is going to be chasing for the race win. We're going to see what we can do. I believe we're going to come in now because that's what Oscar Piastri is going to do. Oscar Piastri, he comes to the pit lane. So are we. We're gonna pull the trigger. We're gonna come into the pit lane. We're gonna stop. That's the best pit exit we could have pit entry we could have hoped for. And yeah, we're gonna come into the pit lane, and now we're gonna come in for medium compound tires. Look at that, Piastri already has the change of the tires. We're gonna come into pit lane, and it's a decent stop. We get a 2.4-second stop, but again, Oscar Piastri has jumped us, so we haven't jumped Oscar Piastri on the on the pit stop, but hopefully we can do something. Look at that, look at the gap. It's 1.5 seconds. It's down to 1.4, up down to 1.1. We have to stay. We have to do something in the first sector because he's gonna have cold tires. But look at that. We're just losing time. Up to 1.6 seconds. This is crazy. And by the time we're gonna start the next lap, the gap is 2 seconds. I mean, our times are warmed up now. We have to do something over here. Look at that in front. Lando Norris, he's on soft tires, but I believe he still has to pit again. But yeah, our battle is with Oscar Piastri. Hopefully, also with George Russell, because he's 5 seconds in front, and this is Perez trying to overtake his sister team, and Tsunoda is gonna keep his foot in, but also I don't know what has been happening with AlphaTauri lately. He tries to make take another look, but yeah, both their drivers not helping out the sister team at all. And yeah, we set the purple lap. We're the fastest car on circuit, so this is so Lando Norris finally comes in the pit lane for hard tires. I don't know why he came in for hard tires when he could have come in for just medium compound tires. This is Lewis Hamilton trying to make another move on Lance Stroll. He's gonna make the move stick around the first turn. Yes, he does. He's gonna go down the inside, and he is gonna make the move stick. And now later in the lap, then on Esteban Ocon, who could have been our teammate, I should say, and he's gonna go around the inside of 130R. And he's gonna overtake him. Yes, he is. Again, that looks like his favorite place to overtake now. As we skip forward to lap number 18. Then look at that. We're caught up. The gap is under a second. We have finally caught up into DRS zone. And now, hopefully, we can do something. As look at the gap in front. 5 seconds. Look at that. And we're gonna go to 130R on the same lap. Look at the amount of time we have gained onto the last chicane. Look at that. Look how close we are. Down to 0.3 of a second. We lose a couple of tenths. We go up to 5, 6 tenths. But look at that. We might not have enough to overtake him over here, but surely next time we are gonna have enough. We're not gonna be quite as close, but look at that. So much more confidence with this medium set of tires. We're gonna try to stick as close as we can through the S's of Sector 1. Look at that, the dirty air. What dirty air? We lose some time, but it's not as much as it was before with hard tires on. We're gonna skip to Lewis Hamilton. I believe this was last lap. Lewis Hamilton trying to overtake Daniel Ricciardo, so he's up to P7. Now, I do have to say, Perez and Hamilton can be... Oh my god, we have narrowly missed Piastri. Can we get a good exit? This is lap number 19, and we are going to get a good exit. We might actually have a chance of taking the position. We are going to go side by side around the outside. What a move that was! A place where you don't really see moves. Last time I saw a move was Lando Norris on Sergio Perez. I believe that was a safety car restart too, or VSC restart. And you can see how close that was to us just going on the back of Oscar Piastri. But yeah, we get amazing traction out of the hairpin, and we're gonna go side by side. I think there's slight bits of contact as well with a McLaren. We are just hitting McLaren's left and right today. But yeah, we don't get the best exit, but we are gonna stay ahead. And this is same lap then. Lewis Hamilton overtakes Tsunoda. Tsunoda has to try to help out his sister teams, but no. So Hamilton does get the move stick, and this is Oscar Piastri now 4 tenths behind us. We don't have the DRS, and we don't have enough ERS. But look at that, the gap in front, 1.8 second. We are in the hunt for P2 today. We are in the hunt for P2, and we might be able to take P2. Look at that, lap number 20. We're under a second of the Mercedes of George Russell. Down into the final chicane we go. Look at that, the amount of time we have gained. Now gap 5/10 of a second. Can we get a good exit? It looks like we do get a good exit. It might have not been enough, just like it was. It's 5/10. It might have not been it might have been the same exit we got for Oscar Piastri. We're gonna try to take a look down the inside. Oh my God, look at that! And we're just gonna scare George Russell on the racing line. And we're gonna overtake George Russell. Look at that! Look at that move! Supreme confidence in the car that was. That was amazing. That was an amazing move down into turn one in the first sector. And look at this. This is Oscar Piastri trying to make a move. He is not going to be able to make a move. But that was an amazing move that we made on Oscar Piastri. But yeah, I also have to say that Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton, they are in possible contention of being eliminated from the championship runnings if they finish too far behind. Because remember, 52 points, I believe, that the gap needs to be for them to be in contention. And this is Oscar Piastri trying to make a move on the current champion, one of the current championship contenders. Is gonna go down the inside of 130. Can he make the move stick? Can the McLaren make the move stick? Yes, he will. The McLaren ahead of the main championship rival of Max Verstappen. This is lap number 22. This is Carlos Sainz trying to make a move. And no, he's not gonna make a move. And this, that was Carlos Sainz again. He's gonna go wide again. He's gonna lose a place. We are gonna start lap number 23 then. Again, look at that. I believe now George Russell's issues are sorted out, and briefly Piastri has a look to try to take the position, but no, that's not going to come out ahead. So Charles Leclerc tried to make a move again. And Charles Leclerc goes wide. He locks up. Charles Leclerc goes wide, and Fernando Alonso again capitalizes on another Ferrari mistake, and he's ahead. And look at that, starting lap number 24. Look at that, Oscar Piastri is so close behind us. Lap number 24, Oscar Piastri side by side with us. He's momentarily ahead, but we're gonna keep our foot in, and we're gonna stay ahead of Oscar Piastri into turn one. And by the end of that lap, Oscar Piastri is gonna try again into 130. We're gonna keep our foot in again. We're gonna somebody had to heal, and it was Oscar Piastri that time. And we have gone wide again into the final sector. But again, we're gonna stay. We're gonna be ahead. Look at that. We have enough ERS, so hopefully stay ahead. It's 4 times the gap. We're gonna hug the wall, the pit wall, and yeah, we're gonna stay ahead of the McLaren this time around. But look at that. So George Russell finding, I think he's slightly catching us. This is the final sector. Look at that. We have actually gained. We have actually broken the DRS. And oh my God, look at the time. And that's distracted me again. We're gonna go wide onto the gravel. We go. And oh my God, again we have been distracted by the heads-up display. Whoa! Oh my God, what just happened again? Again, I hate it when that happens. Let's look at the replay. We're just gonna go wide on the exit, and look at that. The McLaren so close to us, and George Russell behind. He was also pretty close. This is Carlos Sainz trying to make a move on his teammate, and they have hit. As Ferrari Civil War now on the final lap. Carlos Sainz is gonna go past Charles Leclerc. As we see Charles Leclerc's POV, look at that. That was definitely deliberate. As we're gonna look at Carlos Sainz's POV, look at his steering wheel. Oh my God, that was on purpose. Oh, what was Carlos Sainz doing? And we are gonna look at Pierre Gasly then. He's gonna try to make a move on Kevin Magnussen onto the first corner. He does make the move stick up to P16. not where he should have been. And this is George Russell. Look at that. Look at the gap in front of him. 1.6, sorry, not 1.6 seconds, but 1.5 tenths to 2.5 tenths lower than that. And down into the first in the hairpin, he's not gonna make the move. But if he gets a good exit, he might be able to make a move. On Oscar Piastri, he can't make a move. Look at that. He's just way too far. He's just too far behind. And can he make the move on the final straight that we're gonna get? Can he make the move stick? Can he get a good exit? I don't think he's gonna get an exit. No, he's not getting a good exit. He gets a worse exit into 130. Yeah, we're gonna go back to Max Verstappen, just like he destroyed his main championship rival in real life in 2024 with 2 races to go. He's gonna do that again. He's gonna win the race. He's gonna win here in Japan. He's gonna destroy his main championship rival George Russell. The gap, if things stay as they are right now, the gap will be 30 points. Max Verstappen wins the race, but the story is not over for us. Look at that gap behind. Actually, no, George Russell is going to be on the podium. We go wide. We lock up on the final turn. The final turn, we go wide again. But we are going to just hang on to P2. Great race.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a really strong drive and a great finish. Well done.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen should be pleased with his performance, making gains at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Alfa Romeo, whose good result moves them further up the championship. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So then, the championship lead grows from 17 points to 13 points then. Just like, I believe it was actually 3 races remaining that Max Verstappen came from last place, I believe, to win this, or not last place, but he won in Sao Paulo. And yeah, so you know, just like he, I mean, I think that's just wraps for the driver's standings. Not quite the best day for not quite the day for Sergio Perez and Hamilton to be eliminated from the runnings. They can definitely win the championship if, you know, all three other cars respectfully retire. But the best thing for us is none of the championship rivals that we are playing with have scored any points, so we are level on points with I'm blanking right now. We're level on points with the other McLaren of Lando Norris with 140 points. We gained 19 points with 2 races remaining. We have caught up. We are currently best of the rest. I think the reason why we are ahead is because we have more second places than, and we have the same amount of wins, and we have, I believe, we have more second places than Lando Norris. But yeah. It wasn't, you know, we lost the race win, but I mean, really, it wasn't never in contention with the pace that Max Verstappen showed. I don't know why they chose Lance Stroll as the guy as driver of the day when Max Verstappen really, he basically just won the championship now. 30 points remaining. Now George Russell basically needs to gain 15 points a race to win the championship. So yeah, with that, please like, share, subscribe, do everything you want to do. Don't forget to hit the notification bell after you do subscribe. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.